How's it going, everyone? It is Harvey from Twowheelreview. It's been a long time since I said that. But yeah, this is a video long due. I thank everyone for their patience in the past 2 years that it's been since I made a video. There's quite a big story to tell. So yeah, let's sit down and let's talk about what life has been like for me in the past 2 years. So I'm just out at the moment on some local byways in a place called the Ridgeway, which might give you guys a bit of a clue as to what I've done in terms of motorcycle wise. But yeah, let me find somewhere to sit down. Oh, God, it feels strange looking into the camera and making a video. It's been so long. But yeah, where do we start? It's been possibly two of the most difficult and dramatic years in my life so far. A lot's happened, which has mainly been the reason for no videos, and also a lack of motivation, I guess you could say, as well. But let's start off. So one of the last videos uploaded onto the channel was when I finally reached West Africa. When I finally reached South Africa, having travelled all the way from England to Cape Town, 17 countries over the course of 5 months on a Honda CRF 250L, completely unsupported, completely self-supported and self-funded, and it was an absolutely amazing trip. I've got absolutely no regrets to take from that trip. It changed me. It really did. People noticed when I came back that I'd changed a lot in good ways. A lot more confident, a lot more assertive, and just a lot more sure of myself and my emotions in a way. But basically what happened is I got to South Africa and I wasn't too sure what to do, if I should ship the bike back, if I should carry on and potentially go a little bit up the East Coast. I wasn't too sure. But my parents, they booked me a flight home at the time, and I was a bit unsure why. It was literally, they said on the Monday, we've got you a flight coming back home to the UK, because they knew I was in Cape Town and had been for I think 2 weeks. And I said, oh really, thank you, but you know, I've budgeted in the trip to get a flight back, I'm fine. They said, no, we really want to see you. So anyway, I fly back home to the UK, and I meet up with my stepdad and my mother. We go away for the weekend to a place called Warwick Castle, which I've been going to since I was very young. Lovely castle. I still remember the day. It was 26 degrees, lovely blue skies, and that was the day that my mum told me she had stage 4 terminal cancer and had just been diagnosed. So as you can imagine, having travelled and had the time of your life for 5 months, completed an endeavour solo which is stressed mentally, and it was a really big challenge to do, you come home and then that bombshell is dropped on you. It's just led to a very strange 2 years. At the time I didn't know what it meant, stage 4 terminal. I thought, okay, we can get rid of this chemo, we can do something. So my mum had chemotherapy, she had loads of different treatments, but unfortunately the cancer had progressed so far through her body there wasn't much we could do to save her, apart from keep her supported emotionally and keep her going with her treatments at the time. I came home and I was like, what am I doing? You come from this massive high when you've done one of these trips of, I can conquer the world, I can do anything. If I can ride a motorbike from UK to South Africa on the west coast of Africa, I can do anything. And then the reality sort of kicks in. I ended up going back to the motorbike shop I worked at part-time, the Yamaha dealer, and was able to save up a bit of money. And later in towards the year, we weren't too sure as to what the timescales were with Mum's cancer. So I ended up booking a flight back to South Africa and riding up the East Coast. My mum supported it. She wanted me to sort of follow my dreams and do what I was passionate about, and so I did this trip. But this time, instead of it being about the riding and the culture, the East Coast just turned into a bit of a booze fest, really. It was just finding hostels to go and party at. It was finding awesome lakes and beach spots. It wasn't much about the riding, because the East Coast has a lot more development, a lot more tourism, and a few other bits and pieces that just make it an easier place to travel in comparison to the West Coast. Anyway, I got all the way up to Kenya, and I was trying to get the visa for Ethiopia. Unfortunately, the Ethiopian consulate were taking ages. The Kenya import permit for the bike was running out. I went to the capital to try and extend it. There was a big mama, shall we say, in Africa, who came along. She looked at my permit and she said, you have UK bike, you need a carnet de passage. And I said, no, you can have a temporary import for 14 days. She rips up the import permit in front of me. So either I have to go back to the border and then I have to get a new temporary import permit and try and deal with this visa, or I just go with the flow of life and think, maybe I should do something else. And I was done riding. 27 countries in Africa. The East Coast is very straight roads. The Chinese have come in and basically paved the whole thing. Yes, you can take more dirt roads, but I wasn't quite in the mood, and to be honest, I didn't fancy really filming that particular part of the trip anymore. So I didn't film the East Coast just because I wanted to have a bit of time for myself to reflect on my thoughts. But I ended up booking a flight back home, having travelled for 4 months on the East Coast. Then I took a flight to Zanzibar, spent 2 weeks there, just basically partied, had a good time, meeting loads of awesome people. And I ended up selling the bike in Tanzania, in a place called Moshi. So the chap who bought it, it's the Garage Moshi. It's quite a sort of well-known overlander spot. So he does motorbike tours there, he does accommodation. Sam's a really great guy, he'll show you around, and he wanted the bike, so I sold it to him because it felt like the right step. If I bought the bike back to England, it would have just sat in a garage and rusted away. So I thought it would be a better idea to sell the bike, have its heart in Africa, which I could always return to. Flew over to Zanzibar, spent 2 weeks there, then flew back via Doha to the UK from Zanzibar. So I was able to go to Zanzibar. The budget was starting to run out in Kenya and Ethiopia, and I wasn't motivated to ride anymore. It just turned into a destination journey. There was nothing about enjoying the journey on the way I went. So I decided to end it there. In my final week in Zanzibar, oh, it's windy. Woof. Final week in Zanzibar, I got a message from my mum to say she'd been taken to hospital whilst on holiday in Spain. She'd felt really ill overnight and had to go to hospital in Spain. They then basically medical evacuated her back to the UK, and within 2 months, sadly, she passed away. So I arrived back to the UK and I hadn't been able to see my mum at home. She'd just been in hospital the whole time because the cancer progressed that badly. Next week will be a year since she passed, and it's been a really difficult time for me. Really difficult. But I've been trying to look at the positive of how I can move forward. I've changed career paths. As some of you may know, I used to work in the motorbike industry, a Yamaha dealer, and now I've switched into the property industry, which I'm enjoying so far. But given the current pandemic with COVID-19, currently on furlough, have been since the end of March, so there's not really much to do apart from ride motorbikes and sort of try and keep productive and busy. But yeah, the past year has just been a whirlwind of emotions. Within the next month, I'm moving out of family home. big steps taking forward in life. I don't know what I'm going to do with the channel. I just feel like I deserve everyone who's been following and keeping the support to keep them updated as to what's been happening and what's going on. Hopefully there'll be some more videos coming in the future. I can't put any definite down on this because I just don't know what my plans are with the channel. But yeah, Africa has been amazing. It really has changed me as a person. 27 countries, solo on a motorbike, you learn a lot, and it's changed me, and it's really changed me into the person I am now, which is I think one of my good friends, Karam, his dad said he left a boy, came back a man. So yeah, I don't know where life takes us now, but hopefully this video has just been a good explanation of what exactly has been happening for the past 2 years. I'm alive. I know a lot of people ask, you know, did you die? Are you still alive? I get messages every week. I'm still alive, I'm still making videos, I'm still riding motorbikes, and the sun keeps shining. But it's time to step forward, make some big leaps in life, and enjoy the process, because nothing lasts forever. So enjoy it whilst you can. Alright everyone, any questions you've got, please leave in the comment section below, and I'll try and answer the best I can. If not, it's getting windy again. Follow me on Instagram, probably the best place to contact me if you've got any questions. And look forward to some new videos in the future. Alright everyone, thanks for watching. Speak to you soon. Bye.